Hey guys, it's me, Dan. In this video we're going to look at some locations to build in Ark Survival Ascended. I'm not going to do caves as I don't know what's going to happen to the caves yet. Nobody really does know, so I'm not going to bother doing the caves. Stay till the end, guys, to find out what my top 3 locations are. I'm also gonna pick places that are reasonably big because there isn't going to be no cryopods at launch, so that also has to take into account really. What the main things that I'm looking for are going to be how close to resources are, i.e. metal, pearls, polymer, obsidian. How easy you can get there or how quick you can get there from a spawn point. How close you are to the obelisks, because you're going to have to walk the dinos to the boss fights if you plan on getting that high and doing boss fights. Is there space enough to grow and become big? And how contested will it be? And whether or not, well, if it's an alpha spot and whether or not you don't want to go for it because it might be an alpha spot. And what the natural dinosaurs are around. What type of dinosaurs are around? Because you want to obviously have a base that's you're gonna be easily be able to tame certain dinos. Because you don't want to obviously not be able to get any carnivores, for instance, or if it's too many carnivores, not enough berry pickers, then you don't want that either. So yeah, so let's get into it. This is the top 10 in my opinion, and this one right now is number 10. I've put some just tech behemoth gateways around just so you can sort of see. As you can see, it's got cliffs around about 80% of the base, which I thought was pretty nice. It's, if you move around this way, drop spawn very close, which is also good. All the way around here, these are all cliffs. These are all cliffs. I think there's just this one area here which people can walk up. Just this one area, I believe, which isn't too bad. So you just need to focus your defenses on this area here. Let me go up. The coordinates for this base spot is 8052. And if you look, Stonehenge is here. So it's just across on the cliff from Stonehenge. It's close to water, which obviously will help with any water dinosaurs that you guys would like to use. Drop spawn quite close by. There's quite nice dinos to tame. There's a lot of berry pickers. It's quite peaceful up there. It's not like it's going to be too hard to survive around here. It's not too bad. It's metal may be a bit of a problem. You are quite far away from metal. You're quite far away from the obelisk. I think the closest one is the green ob over there. So that is a way to walk. Pearls are quite close. If you actually look, there's a lot of... Let's have a look at the map. This is where I am on the map. There is pearls in the sea around the edges, so you're not too far away from the pearls. Right, well that's one spot, guys. Let's move on to number 9. Right then, guys, this is number 9 on the list. The coordinates for this one is about 30.7 and 10.3. It's an iceberg, so it's quite the popular build location. There's enough room to build and keep your dinosaurs outside, I believe. You can also keep your auto dinos in these water areas here, which is quite nice. You're close to water, so you're close to oil, polymer. Metal's not too far either. Metal's just over here on this mountain. Blue ob's not too far away either, which is okay. It might. The only sort of downside I see is it is going to be quite cold, so it's going to be quite hard possibly to get to at the beginning. Also, it might be difficult to get your land dinos over to the iceberg, which might be beneficial because it also means that someone else can't easily get land dinos over to you. It's pretty peaceful on the island. There's nothing that can really attack you apart from in the water. I'd be a bit weary if you are planning on building outside. Maybe raft raiding could be a thing. They could literally come right up with the raft without getting shot and get closer. You're quite far away, really. Well, not that far, but wood and thatch is a little bit of a way, so you can't exactly suddenly build really easy. So I think it's a bit more of a little bit later after you're a bit more established, maybe. Right then, on to the next one. Right guys, this is the next one. We're at 62, 65. It's this big area here. It's got cliffs most of the way around, as you can see. Let's have a look. Oh great, it's going dark. I'll come back again when it's light. Hold on. Right guys, we're back. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite a large area. It's got cliffs most of the way around. It's very close to Green Ob, which is good for boss fights. Very close to water, so you can irrigate your crops. Close to the swamp, which is good. Not far from the redwoods, which is over that way, so you could easily get stuff from the redwoods. There's two entrances that you've got to really defend. You've got this area here where they're going to walk up this side, and you've got the other side, so it's sort of like the end of it. Let me go up a little bit. So you've got all the way around there, and that's sort of this end area that you just need to defend, which I don't think's too bad. It's not too bad. You've got high cliffs. It's not too far away from metal. I do believe there's some, metal just over here, so not far away at all. I think the only downside you've got is the pearls and polymer is quite far away. Polymer is for the penguins all the way over the other side of the map, and the pearls, yeah, they're quite far as well. I don't think that's too bad. It's a bit uneven ground, so you might need to build on pillars. It's big enough for a pretty decent tribe. And that is 62, 65, guys. Right. And that was number 8. Now, on to number 7. Right then guys, this is number 7 on the list, and the coordinates here are 49 and 17. I've seen a few people build in this location before. We're on the west side of the map. As you can see, it's got high cliffs pretty much all the way around. You have to defend this area and across this area. It's got room to grow if you wanted to make yourself a lot bigger. Drops actually drop just up here, so you'd actually have drops in your base, which is always handy. You're close to water, which is also really good. You're close to the snow, which is literally just up there for the polymer and the pearls. The pearls are quite close. Metals, not too far as well. Yeah, metal's not too far either. It's just literally just around here. There's a mountain right there. You'll see it just around there, so that's not too far. What else can I say about it, really? Downside is you're quite far away from the obelisk. You've got blue up there. Yeah, you're quite far away from the obelisks, which is a shame. But other than that, guys, it's not too bad. On to the next one. Right, guys, this is the next one, and I'm sure you guys are aware of what this one is. Herb Island. Now, it's pretty well known, so there might be a lot of people trying to get here and fighting you for it. It's obviously a very good spot. The coordinates are sort of 83, 83, and it's in the bottom right of the corner. It's very peaceful on Herb Island. There is there's good resources. There is some metal on here. So as long as you build correctly, you can keep that spawning in. You've also got the water area in the middle if you wanted to keep your water dinos. It's not too far away from the obelisk. You've got the green ob there, which isn't too far away. The only sort of problems or the downsides to them is you are quite far away from obsidian and crystal. You might actually struggle as well to get dinos over to, obviously not the ones that you tame on land, so you'd be able to get the Pteranodon and the Herbivore. But all the Carnos you might actually struggle because you're going to have to either put them on a raft and try to raft them over or try and swim. But I highly doubt they're going to have enough stand to swim over because there's no cryopods at the moment. Because I'm sure building a bridge across would cost way too many resources. It is well known, so you might have to fight for it if you do, but do try and come here. It's a large enough space, there's quite a lot of space. So on to the next one. Right guys, this is our next one. This is, everyone knows this one, it's Carno Island, guys. Well, what can I say? It's not a bad spot. Drops drop on this island. There's some decent dinos to tame on this island. There's metal in the cave. There's also obsidian and crystal in the cave. You're not going to get any bobs that you're going to have to contend with on this island. Sort of, you're quite far away from the obelisk, which is a shame. So if you're planning on doing the boss, you might have to do it at a drop. But there is a lot of drops that can't come down on this island, so you might just do that instead. The downside of it is you will have to clear the cave so far to start getting metal. And the cave is quite dangerous, and it is quite dangerous living on here. So you might need to sort of get set up first and then move to Carno Island. I'm not sure how easy it would be to start straight away on Carno Island. If you are liking the video, guys, and you want to see what my top 3 of this list is, please stick around to the end. You might be surprised because the last one I didn't actually know anything about it really, but I sort of discovered it and I thought, well, actually that's not bad. Yeah, guys, if you do like the video, please like and subscribe. And now on to our next one. Right, guys, this is the next one, which isn't, I don't think it's a bad spot. You've got not high cliffs, but you've got cliffs all the way around. I've mainly picked ones that have cliffs around because there is going to be no cryopods. So to begin with, it's not going to be too bad. When people start getting cryopods, it might be a bit more difficult. So it's got cliffs all the way around. So your only defendable point will be the sort of side that you'll have to concentrate your defense on. It's close to the swamp, close to the redwoods. It's just here on the map. It's close to the obelisks. Let me have a look. I'm a bit unsure about the meadow. I think it's actually, yeah, it's a bit far from metal and obsidian and crystal, and because it is close to a spawn point, you might get a lot of bobs around. But a lot of these rocks can be demolished as well, so it's just this big one in the middle. So you could sort of start sort of in this little area here first, so no one could see you, and sort of build out as you want. I don't think it's a bad sort of location. You're close to water, so irrigating your crops and that. You've even got the deeper water just over here, so you could keep some of your better water tames over here. Yeah, it's not too bad. So, and that's number 4 on the list. Now, guys, we're into the top 3. Right, guys, number 3 on the list is Blue Obelisk. The coordinates of Blue Obelisk is around about 25.5. That's in the top left of the map. It's I like this spot. I think it's a really good spot. You've got metal, you've got crystal close, you've got the pearls really close, you've got the polymer really close. There's only one pathway up, which is there, which obviously people can fly up, so you can defend it off with checkpoints, gates as you go down. The only problem is on the other arc it used to be 6 times damage on obelisks. I'm not sure whether or not the new Ark Survival Ascendants will be 6 times damage on obelisks. Hopefully not. Easy to do boss fights if you're built near an obelisk. It's not a bad location. I quite like it. There's a lot of drops around. You're quite close to pearls. Yeah, you're not really going to get any bobs up here. It's a bit too hard to survive, really. You do, or you will have to contest with the cold, because it does get quite cold up here. Yeah, and that is not bad. That's not a bad spot in my opinion. 25.7, 25.7. Just there. Cool. And on to number 2, which is just over the way. And that will be the volcano. This is a good spot too, guys. It's sort of 42.39. You have some crystal down here, a lot of metal. There's also some obsidian around the top. Yep. Some obsidian, metal. Pearls aren't too bad. They're literally just north of here in a river. You've got one way in, which is good for defense. Close to the polymer. not too far from Blue Obelisk either. Any sort of problem is you might struggle with water, as well the closest water is down there, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You will get hot all the time, and you'll be blocking off the Ascendant Cave for people, which could cause problems if you're not big enough to defend your area. That could get people a bit annoyed. Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult to build up here because of all the lava, so you might have to build on pillars really to sort of have the ground level a bit higher, maybe. It seems to be quite a lot of space as well. No one's going to really be able to snipe you if you put defenses around the top. Maybe some kill boxes just around the top to stop any flyers. Which I don't think it's a bad spot. And it's going to be quite hard to get to at the beginning. So you'll have quite a long time, I think, to build up and prepare yourself. And that's number 2 on the list, guys. Right, guys, this is the top of the list, guys. Number 1. Well, if you go to about 9071 and you go down into the water, be careful because there is mosas and plesiosaurs and jellyfish. Might be a little bit hard to get to. But just here is a pearl cave. Now this has got 2 entrances, guys. So it's got one round here and one round the other side. You've got an abundance of pearls, crystal, oil. You're close to water for building with your crops, and plant species X. You're not going to get any bobs just randomly coming in here. You'll probably stay hidden for quite a while. The sort of downside is it's going to be quite hard to get to. Whether or not you want to maybe have this as a bit of a later base once you've got yourself a little bit more established, because it is quite hidden. You're quite far from the obelisks. Metal and wood and thatch and fibre you're quite far away from. I'm not sure how you would get your dinos down here, to be honest. Not at the moment anyway, so it might be a spot after cryopods come out, or when you get teleporters and things. It's not a bad spot, and I'll put a map up on the screen of actually where they're located. There's actually 12 different pearl caves, of 4 large, 4 medium and 4 small, I believe. So there is quite a lot, depending on what size tribes you guys are and if you just want to hide away. I haven't done any of the caves because I don't know what's going to happen to the caves, or whether or not they're going to change or anything like that. Well, guys, that's the end of the video. If you guys like the locations, please write in a comment and let me know which one your favourite location is. And if you've got any locations that you think are really good, please write in the comments with the coordinates and I'll go and check them out and see if they're any good. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers. Bye.